Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this special council meeting of the City of Vader. It is November 19th. The time is 5:32 p.m. Roll call.
Mike Parsons.
Here.
Samantha Lovelady.
Here.
Randy Hall.
Here.
Jason Daly.
Jason is not here. He has not contacted me. I know that his business is struggling at the moment, so he may have had other priorities.
Donna Rogers. Donna Rogers.
Here. I can't hear you hardly.
Mayor
I'm going to
Shaw.
go through this again.
Here. We'll make sure we all speak up. Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Hall, will you do the honors? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Mayor's report. I do not have any at this time. This is a special meeting. I just would like to say thank you to everyone for showing up for this. There was a slight misstep on our part. These property tax ordinance and resolution need to be done before the end of the month.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you. You're cutting in and out. I'm missing half of what you're saying.
Huh, okay.
Donna, check your internet connection because I think I'm hearing it just fine. So it might be your connection if it's being slow. That happens to mine sometimes.
Well, the point is, I can't understand and I can't hear it, so it's cutting in and out. I don't know whose fault it is, but that's the reality.
No, I'm not trying to point at fault at all. I'm just saying if you check your internet connection, I've had to restart my router before and it's helped.
Donna, if you needs me to repeat something, please just ask me to.
Okay, but I can't see the whole agenda. I didn't get a copy of the agenda. So it doesn't say anything about a special meeting. Was this posted 24 hours ago?
Yes, it was.
Where?
It was emailed.
I didn't get a copy of it.
It's on the bulletin board, and it was on the city website.
Of course it was. Okay.
So I was saying it was a kind of a misstep on our part. These things need to be done before the end of November, and at the last council meeting, we canceled our last November meeting. And so it did not give us an opportunity to get these two items done before the end of the month. So that's why we called this special meeting, and I wanted to thank you all for being here. Are there any council reports right now? All right, hearing none. Agenda approval. The only two items on the agenda are the ordinance for the property tax levy and the resolution for banking any unused property tax increase. I do not have any other items to add.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as written for November 19th, 2020.
We have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve the agenda as written. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Mr. Hall. Any discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Minutes approval, we have none. Voucher approval, we have none. Special reports, we have none. Moving on to city business. Item number 1, council to consider ordinance 2020-14, the property tax levy rate for 2021. So I can tell the council that we do not need to increase the property taxes to balance the budget. However, it is always up to the council to decide whether perhaps some of the other special projects around town need funding, and this is pretty much our only way of of increasing the revenue for the city. And so the city currently could increase taxes, our tax rate, it's not actually by 8.25%, which would yield up to $6,400 extra for the city, which per year for a $100,000 home would be $13 a year. So just a little over $1 a month for a $100,000 home if we were to increase the property taxes to the maximum allowed. I'm not suggesting that. I am just stating that for those that may not have this piece of paper in front of them at the moment. So I'll leave it up to the council to discuss.
Do you know what?
Well, go ahead.
Do you know what we increased it the last time? The time before that, when we said we were going to. It's been 2 years. It's been 3 years. It hasn't been over 4 years.
Yeah, 2016.
So your question is, what did we increase it several years ago for the codification?
Yeah.
It was 6.19, I think, percent.
That sounds familiar. I was thinking 5 or 6% is what we did back then, because we did get an increase of $3,500 a year or $5,000 a year when we did it back then. So.
Okay.
Well, how much do you think the city's going to need to pay for some of the stuff that's coming up?
So we were putting together a list of estimates for a variety of things around town. Everything from the jail foundation to either a tractor replacement or tractor repair, including painting and roofing for the different buildings around town. So we don't have all of those estimates yet. So I can't give you a definitive number on how much it would cost. I'm sorry. I was hoping to have that at the next council meeting.
Okay,
The meeting.
Donna, could you repeat that, please? You cut out. Donna?
So all of this was. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think? Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes. Whatever you said before, I did not hear.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you that time. Yes. So what I'm asking is, how you guys were saying that there was $55,000 left over in the budget to do this stuff with?
That was, yes, that was the preliminary estimate, yes.
Okay, you're cutting out real bad, so I'm not.
I said that, yes, that was the preliminary estimate.
Okay, and so that's what the city has to work with for all of this stuff that we have coming up, or?
Yes, that is
or
correct.
Not?
That is correct.
Okay. Well.
I would like to point out, if you earlier this week, Diane did send another email, and it was showing the other cities in our area in the county as a comparison to how much bank capacity they had. And just once again, I'm not trying to push you one way or the other. I'm just suggesting that a lot of the other cities, it's pretty standard for small cities to not have any bank capacity, and they do raise their taxes the small amount every year. So just to put that into perspective for you, Vader is in a very unusual situation in that we have so much bank capacity.
I don't even know what that means.
So
explain it.
Yes, so I'll read the top of the form here. It says, each year the city has the option of increasing the property tax levy by up to 1% of the year's maximum levy amount. So we can increase it up to 1% a year.
Okay, I've lost you.
All right, I was saying that the city can increase the taxes up to 1% a year, and if you do not increase your taxes, you can save that 1% for later years. So for instance, if you didn't use it the first year, in year 2, you could raise taxes by 2%, 1% per year. And,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and Vader has, at this point, 8.25% of bank capacity because we have not raised taxes for so many years prior to a few years ago, and then currently, most recently. So we've saved up that much of property tax increase over the years. Does that make sense?
Yep. So if you increase, wow. That's, okay, well, I don't know. I think we're putting the cart before the horse here, that we should have found out how much money we need before we raise the taxes, or not.
Yep, I can agree with you on that one.
I think given the fact that we have many different things we need, like a new tractor, some people mentioned the jail, lots of projects, and maybe we should take advantage of it, despite the fact that I don't want to increase my taxes. But, however, having said that, I think we need to do it. And we need to put it in some kind of reserve to accommodate these unknown projects that come up. What do you think?
I think we ought to either leave it alone or decrease it a little bit, because this year, if the presidential election goes the way it's going, and everybody's taxes are going to go up. And why hit everybody while they're down right now? I mean, all of us are going to have to pull up our boots and figure out how we can keep going, but taxing other people when we're in the situation that we're in, and I don't see it getting better anytime soon, especially with this new mandates.
Okay.
So I have a question. Where did this idea come up that because of the presidential election that everybody's taxes are going to go up?
Well, it's not really an idea. And the way I know it for sure is because, and trust me, I don't make over $400,000 a year, but my CPA called me or sent me a letter that said, if Biden gets in, all of the taxes are going to go up, so we need to start looking at ways of saving some money. So the Trump administration gave everybody more tax credits, and Biden will take those away, like he said he will. He's going to pull Trump's tax, all Trump's tax stuff he's going to get rid of, which means all of our taxes are going to go back up. So the people that have kids, instead of a $2,000 credit, they're not going to get any credit. And so everybody's taxes are going to go up.
Well, we haven't seen that yet. That's speculation. I don't know if it's going to happen, and I don't think we can speculate on it just because we're changing presidents. So, so what are you saying? You don't want to raise the property taxes in town?
Nope.
In our city because of the other taxes are going to go up. You're sure of that?
I am. Well, if the administration changes, yes, I'm sure of that. And everybody...
Oh my God.
Well, if I may interject, I can't. What our current or future president may or may not do is unknown at the moment. But I suppose for some it could be a factor. So, Samantha, you were saying something?
Yeah, in my opinion, just because of our COVID situation and the potential for taxes going up and kind of the rumors that we're hearing about pay-per-mile taxes, But I'm not comfortable raising it this year, just because I feel like we need to see what happens in the next year, because people are struggling right now. I'm not comfortable raising it at all.
Okay. Well, hearing that so far, I've heard from 3 council members, and 2 are opposed to raising. 1 seems to possibly be in favor of raising. Donna, we have not heard your opinion yet, I don't think.
Well, you've heard my opinion. I just don't know that, this is my concern. If with that $55,000, we can get a decent tractor and fix the jail, I'm happy.
Okay.
That's all. That 50-some thousand, that's it, right? That's our cushion?
No, so we do have 2 months of reserve plus the 55,000.
2 months of reserve.
2 months of reserve. So we have 2 months of. So what we do is we calculate what an average month costs to run the city, what our monthly budget is, and we multiply that by 2, and then we don't budget that money, and so that money has been set aside, and yet there's still another 55,000 beyond that. So yes, we already have 2 months of cushion, as you were saying.
We don't get another shot at this the next year, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's a one-time-a-year thing.
Yeah, I really am not an advocate of raising taxes. It's just, I'm just concerned about whether the city has enough cushion there.
We definitely have more than we've had any year that I have been involved with the city. So if I put that in perspective for you.
Maybe we should just leave it alone. I'm kind of torn. I can see an argument, but I put, that's in my personal situation versus I don't know what everybody else's personal situation is and how it would affect them. And 30-some bucks a year might really be a big difference for people.
Well, 30-some bucks a year is based off of 100,000.
Well, that was
Multiply.
300,000. He was
Well,
multiplying
that's
it by
based
3.
on 235,000. 200-some thousand is 30, about 30.
Oh, okay.
He was doing some math
Okay.
earlier.
I was just doing my personal increase.
Okay.
And I'm sure that my value is a lot less than a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not including, just the bit of land that I just bought, but maybe we should leave it alone.
All right. Well, would someone like to make a motion?
Could I ask a question first?
Absolutely.
Could you please recap what Randy just said? I couldn't hear him clearly what he was talking about.
He was discussing in his situation how, with his property value of being about $235,000, that the annual increase would be about $30 a year, and for some people, $30 per year could be a lot of money, and so he was reconsidering his original idea that maybe we should raise the taxes.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. No, if we have enough money to take care of the projects that we need to do to get the city some maintenance upgrade that it hasn't had in as many years as I know of, I don't see a need to raise the taxes yet. So, and with the COVID thing going on, people are going to be out of work again because nobody wants to follow the rules, and it's just making it last longer and longer and longer. So,
Well, it's an unknown. That's the scary part. It's an unknown.
Okay. So I think Mr. Parsons was going to make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we just leave it alone and not increase the tax levy for 2021.
Could you please rephrase that with the ordinance
Oh,
number
sorry.
and the amount that we are going to raise the taxes?
Are you saying we're going to raise the taxes?
No,
or we're not going to raise?
He's making the motion right now. I believe it's to not raise the taxes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you just say to raise them. So.
Ordinance. Whereas the City Council of City of Vader has met and considered its budget for the 2021, and whereas the district actual levy amount for the previous year was $78,158.21, and whereas the population of the district is less than 10,000 people, and now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the taxing district that an increase in the regular property tax levy is hereby authorized for the levy to be collected in the 2021 tax year. The total dollar amount to increase over the actual levy amount for the previous year shall be 0, which is a percentage increase of 0% from the previous year. The increase is exclusive for additional revenue resulting from new construction, improvements to property, newly constructed wind turbines, solar, biomass, geothermal facilities, and any increase in the value of the state assessed property, any annexations that have occurred, and refunds made. Well, that was an ordinance, or that was a motion. I didn't know I was.
So to paraphrase, Mr. Parsons has made a motion to approve ordinance 2020-14, the property tax levy rate for 2021, with a 0% increase. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Miss Lovelady. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving ordinance 2020-14 with a 0% increase, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
And we need them all to sign this document.
There is a document that will need to be signed by everybody, so at your leisure, please come in and sign that document. Moving on to item number 2, Council to consider Resolution 24-2020, banking the unused property tax increase. So all this does is makes it official that we're saving our ability to use our tax increase for later. And our potential is 8.25, correct? Correct, 8.25%.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 24-2020, banking all unused property tax increases.
We have a motion by Mr. Parsons to approve resolution 24-2020, banking fully the unused property tax increase of 8.25%. Do we have a second?
I second.
Seconded by
I'll second
Mr. Hall. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. That's the end of city business. Public comment. We don't have any members of the public present. Elected official comment. Would any elected officials like to make a comment? Okay. Hearing none, I adjourn this meeting at 5:56 p.m. I would like to remind everybody to come into City Hall and sign that property tax levy amount. Thank you very much and have a good night.